Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 19 of my Dortmund career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be getting very close to the end of the season. There's only probably this episode and next episode left, I'd imagine. Maybe one after that. We'll have to wait and see how long these games take us. But there's not too much longer left now. There's only sort of, 8 games maybe? Unless we get to the final of the Champions League, in which case there could be a little bit more. So it should be quite an interesting last few episodes. Let me know in the comments below if you want this series to continue. I'm assuming you guys do, because you do always support this series so much, so thank you all so much for that. We're always getting like 700 views per video and doing really well with the likes, so thank you all so much for supporting the series. Apologies that the uploads haven't been as frequent recently, been quite busy, but that should hopefully get back to normal in the next few days. So before we get into this episode, if we could go ahead and hit 50 likes on this episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully we will return to Facecam fairly shortly as well, when I've kind of got back on top of my upload schedule. So we've got this first game against Borussia M. It is an away match in the league. This is the side I'm going to go out with in this game. We've got a 3-5-2 formation. Ginter, then we've got Bartra, who was requested to start in the last episode, so decided to play him for this game. Tar also starts in defence as well. Schürrle, Weigl, Moreno, Durm on the left-hand side of midfield, with Thiago in front of them, making up my midfield 5, and then up front, Iheanacho and Emre Mor. The reason why it's a little bit different, this team, is purely because we've got a lot of tied players, as we have found quite recently with a lot of games to play. We've also got Royce and Pulisic out injured still. So let's crack on with the game, hopefully get ourselves the 3 points. We are currently top of the league by 3 points, with Schalke having a game in hand. So yeah, we'll wait and see how things go. Let's crack on with the match and yeah, try and beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. Okay, here we go. It's going to be a tough away match, this one, I would imagine. So we'll have to wait and see how we get on. They've also got a decent side, Borussia Mönchengladbach. But we do need to try and beat them if we can, to obviously make sure we've got that lead still in front at the top of the league, and keep the pressure on the teams below us as well to try and keep up with us. But I reckon with this 3-5-2 formation, we do have enough, I reckon, in this side to beat them. We've obviously been playing this a little bit over the last couple of episodes, because it's been working for us quite nicely. I think it was last episode when I started using this formation in the Champions Cup. And yeah, it's been working quite well, so hopefully we can continue that in today's game. Also, Emre Mor starting. Need another good performance from him if we can. Currently 73 overall, I think, so 9 overalls he's gone up this season so far, so he's doing really well. We just need to make sure that he's good enough in-game, really, for these bigger matches that we play. Okay, 1-0 down, 7 minutes in. Not a great start, to say the least. Not a good start at all. We get really just outdone there defensively. Not good enough at all positionally. The defence was a little bit all over the place. Not too sure who that is in the midfield. I think it might have been a midfielder in the defence. Number 24, whoever that is, at the back post. Is that Thiago, I want to say? No, I don't think it is. But whoever that is, he's not done particularly well at the back post there. And it is 1-0. Poor defending. And we need to get back in this game pretty quickly. Moreno gonna play through to Iheanacho, who can shoot over the bar. Should maybe do a little bit better there, actually. Iheanacho on his favoured left foot just smashes it over the bar in the end. Should really be getting that one down. Does bounce awkwardly, though, to be fair to him, but still remains 1-0. Oh, ball through to Thiago. Great chance for him to score here. Thiago scuffs it. Really messes that one up. Didn't have loads of space to take the shot, but should really do better than that. It's a weak shot in the end. Oh, he's nicked it back. Iheanacho onto Emre Mor. Can he shoot on his right foot? Wow, I thought he'd gone in. What's even happened there? 5 minutes to go left of this half. We're still losing the game 1-0. We've had some decent chances, not taken them. And the only chance Borussia Mönchengladbach have had, they've gone to score it. Chance for Emre Mor to get in behind the defence. Really going for it here. Emre Mor cuts back onto his left foot, shoots, gets brought down. Could easily be a penalty, but he's already taken the shot, whether that makes much of a difference. Still another good chance, just a poor finish from him. That's it for the first half, still losing the game 1-0. No idea how we're in that position, but we are, so we need to try and change that in the second half. We will keep things the same though, which seems a little bit strange given that nothing's really changed too much. We have had a lot of chances, just not really had the quality to finish them off at the moment. So we are going to keep things the same, because I think we will score one eventually. So yeah, we just need to keep going as we are. I'm pretty sure a goal will come in the end. Okay, 2 changes now. We're going to obviously mix up the formation a little bit. We've gone to a standard 4-2-3-1 that we usually play with, or we have done in the past anyway. Alexander-Arnold and Aubameyang coming on. We will take off Iheanacho and Thiago. Not really been in the game too much. Iheanacho's lacked a little bit of quality. There's 30 minutes left. We need to get back in this game, so I had to bring on Aubameyang, sadly. So we'll wait to see how that goes, but yeah, 30 minutes to get 2 goals here. Emre Mor through to Weigl. On to Aubameyang. Can he finish it off? He has done, but he's offside. Brilliant chance. He's only been on the pitch a few minutes, Aubameyang there, but he was just offside, sadly, so it remains 1-0. Final change with 20 minutes to go. Götze will come on, Emery Moore will come off. Need to try and do something now. Emery Moore getting quite tired, so taking him off. Götze hopefully coming on to change the game a little bit for us. No way. Of course that would happen. The first chance of the second half that they've had. In the final minutes, they score it. Losing the game 2-0. Really nothing has gone forward at all in this game. It really has completely gone against us. We've had everything but the finish here. Last kick of the game, and yeah, they make it 2-0, don't they? So, very frustrating. Clearly not the right result at all for us there. Completely dominated them. Just didn't have the final quality that we needed, really, in that final third, which was very disappointing. Should definitely not have lost it, though. That was blatantly obvious. They've not really done too much to challenge us, and we've lost the game. So, very disappointed, that one. But we'll have to move on. Forget that we've lost that game somehow. And that might push us down to second, maybe even third, actually, in the league. We'll take a look at that after this next game. That's Hoffenheim. Not too sure what I'm going to do about this one. Might be tempted to sim it, but we'll wait and see when we get there. Let's do some player drills, first of all. Emery Moore, again, our priority to try and get up as much as possible. So he's going to be one of our starters, hopefully, for next season. But we'll wait and see, like I say, how much he goes up by over the summer. Approaching 74 overall now, so it's certainly getting into quite a decent range, which we can probably use him. As you can see, his finishing's gone up by 14, long shots up by 15, attacking position up by 16, so he really has improved massively this season, so it's great for us to hopefully try and incorporate him into the team more often. Royce wants to play this game, but I'm pretty sure he's still injured, so I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, he is. He's out for 7 more days. Okay, so we will sim the semi-finals of the German Cup against Hoffenheim. It's a home match, this one. It's a little bit risky doing that, because obviously we want to win the Cup as much as possible, but again, it's going to be a little bit of a rotated side with the fact that we're now going to have to focus on the league after that poor result in the last match. So we've gone with Donnarumma, we've gone Piszczek, Sewell, Brooks, Guerrero, Castro, Rode, Dembele, Götze, Alexander-Arnold, and Iheanacho up front again. Had to rest, again, Aubameyang, so I can use him for that next match in a few days' time. But yeah, it's a slightly different team. It's 4-2-3-1, so back to something that we've played quite often throughout the season. Alexander-Arnold, another injury, another winger that's out injured as well. Thiago comes on to replace him. Very frustrating. We've got 3 wingers out now, so that's very annoying, but we'll have to deal with it. We've got quite a small squad as well, so that's not great for us. Aubameyang to come on, Iheanacho comes off, 30 minutes to go, still drawing the game 0-0. Need a goal here, can't really afford to go into extra time. 15 minutes left, Brooks with an injury, of course. It'll skip it, finishes 5-4 on penalties. We had to go the full 120 minutes, which is not good when you've got a game in 3 days' time. Also, quick note, Schalke are now top of the league by 3 points, which isn't good because there's only, I think, 4 games left of the season. So, yeah, we pretty much need to win every other match now. But more positive news, we're now into the final of the German Cup, but it is against the team that we just lost to before we sim that last match, Borussia Mönchengladbach. So we need to obviously get our revenge in that game. It is the final match of the season, which we might not get to at the end of next episode, but we'll have to wait and see, because we do have another league game in this episode, then some more Champions Cup stuff against Juventus. So yeah, things are going to be quite hectic over the next couple of episodes. We've got some prize money though, just over 2 million, and player injured. Alexander-Arnold out for just 8 days, that's okay for us. And John Brooks out for 6 weeks, which doesn't work out at all because he had a plaster, and Alexander-Arnold had the ambulance symbol, and yet Brooks is out for longer than Arnold by quite a bit. So yeah, he's out for 6 weeks. So I'll have to use Bartra a little bit more now, which is no problem with, obviously. But yeah, disappointing that Brooks is out for so long. He misses the rest of the season now. Okay, on to the next league game. This is the side I'm going to have to field for the match. A little bit disappointing that, again, we've got a lot of tied players because the games are so close together, thanks FIFA. So yeah, we've got a 3-5-2 formation again. We're going to stick to that. Hopefully get ourselves a win this time around. Ginter, Bartra and Tar playing as the 3 centre-backs. Schürrle, Weigl, Moreno, Durm as my 4 midfielders, Dembele in front of them, Emery Moore and Aubameyang up front. So yeah, hopefully that works a little bit more effectively this time round. Aubameyang there to give us a bit of extra quality. We are going to play this match. I would have probably simmed it, but given the fact that we lost the last league game, we're going to have to start playing some more matches in the league. So let's find out how he gets on. We need the 3 points. If we drop points here, for me the title race is over. So no pressure. Let's find out, can we beat them? Here we go, we're at home this time round. We need to win, desperately need to win, because we just need to hope that Schalke drop some points. That is everything we need at the moment. Hopefully they've got a tough run of fixtures, but there's only 4 games left, so we need to win the next 4 matches and hope that they drop some points somewhere along the line, because they are 3 points in front of us now. So yeah, we are under a lot of pressure to try and win this match. I hope we can. I hope we don't concede early on like we did in that last league game. Emery Moore looking to Aubameyang. Good chance for us here to try and create something if we can. Gets tackled early on there, Aubameyang. Needs to pick somebody out. He's had to play it back into Durm. Going to try and get some more men in the box if we can. Emery Moore looking to play it through to Dembele, and it's offside. Wondered whether it would have been for Emery Moore. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Can't believe that. I can't believe the amount of errors that have happened there. How's that happened? Losing the game 1-0. I'm pretty sure this guy that's scored actually in real life has scored the most goals at the top 5 leagues in the world. I could be wrong saying that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Yeah, I don't know how this has happened. Yeah. And then somehow I click Y at the same time as chipping it to their player. So, how many possible mistakes could be made in just one move? Unbelievable. 1-0 down, and we have conceded early on. Great. Emery Moore, off the bar, it's a good chance. Dembele trying to head it. Couldn't manage to get any connection, but nearly got us straight back on level terms there, Emery Moore. Decent strike from him. We need a goal though, we can't just have chances like we did in that last game. Okay, an early change of formation. We're going to go to a 4-2-3-1 now. We're going to bring Durm back into obviously left back, Ginter will go out to right back as you'd expect. Emery Moore going out onto the right hand side, Dembele playing behind Aubameyang, Schürrle onto the left this time round. Quick change of formation just before half time. Things not going too well. It's really struggling to break them down at the moment. Not going well for us. That's it. Half time. Losing the game 1-0. Need to change something. It's really not working at all, and it doesn't look like it's going to be working. So drastic changes at half time. Apologies if that means making far too many subs at this stage in the game, but I'm going to have to do something because we will lose this match otherwise. Okay, 2 changes. Royce and Guerrero coming on. We'll take off Dembele and also Iheanacho as well, both of which extremely tired. So yeah, very frustrating I've had to do that, but sadly I don't have too much choice when the team is playing so badly. So yeah, we'll give that a go. Sorry, it was Schürrle there that's coming off, not whoever I said originally. But yeah, we will hopefully try and get back in this game now. Had to keep the formation the same. I was looking at changes, but I just couldn't see any other way of managing to get anything out of this game other than playing this formation. So we'll have to wait and see. But desperately need something to happen because we've just been so poor. I mean, even that pass we saw a second ago from Royce, not to the right player. Weigl. Oh, rubbish pass again. That's been our issue for the last this match and the last game that we played. The passes in the final third have been absolutely horrific. Really, really bad. Been dreadful, this game especially. Aubameyang onto Royce, who's won it back off the final defender. Royce, can he finish it off? Of course, it sums up our match, that really does. Any of the game, you obviously score that, and it's obviously Weidenfeller there, our former keeper, that saved it as well, just to rub salt into the wound further. It's really not going to go our way, is it, this game, at all. It's been really poor from start to finish. Not even created the chances, really, in this game, especially not the ones that we created in that last match. Final change, Road will come on, Moreno will come off. Not even too much point in telling you now there's 4 minutes left, but yeah, horrific. Really not seen a much worse performance than this. Poor from start to finish. Royce has probably played the worst game ever he's ever played. I mean, he's been dreadful since coming on. He's probably made the team a little bit worse, in fact, with his dreadful passing. So yeah, we've been really bad. Completely deserved to lose it, and yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. It's incredible how you can go from playing really, really good stuff in that last episode to just being complete rubbish in this episode. So I apologise about that. For me, the title race is over now. I'm kind of taking it as it is over, unless something really drastic happens. Schalke, obviously, if they win, for me, I think they've pretty much won the title now, if they've won their match. 2 losses in a row, you can't do that. I mean, we've been dreadful again. Unacceptable completely. We've not even created the chances. We've not done anything decent in that game whatsoever. We've just got to hope for a little bit of luck to have any chance. But for me, we can't win the title in my book anymore. So yeah, sadly that is the title race over as far as I'm concerned. We'll wait and see what happens over the next few games. And I can't see us getting back in it. So yeah, very disappointing way to finish this episode. But yeah, the performances at the end have just not been good enough. Sadly, that means that we probably won't win the title. But for those of you wondering, that is the current state of the league table. We are still 3 points behind, purely because Schalke haven't played yet. It seems like they'll be playing Borussia Mönchengladbach or Wolfsburg or Mainz or Berlin, one of those teams anyway, that haven't played yet. So yeah, we'll get through the player development, then we'll sim and wait and see how they get on. The exact same 5 players or 5 drills again this week. Trying to get Emery Moore going up. He has actually gone up to 74 overall, which is good. Richter gets a little bit closer to 65, but hasn't quite reached there yet. Yeah, gutted about that last match. Really gutted. So disappointed. I felt it was our best chance to win the league title there because Bayern have obviously had a really poor season. even worse than ours, which, to be honest, I mean, our start of the season was really good, but we've just really kind of played some shocking football those last 2 matches. Really, really poor stuff. I can't get over how bad it has been compared to the last episode, when we were just looking so comfortable. But yes, we'll wait and see now what the league table is like. Hopefully we've got a little bit of luck, but to be honest, I can't see us getting anywhere near the league title now. So yeah, we're 6 points behind Schalke. Can't really do too much. Just got to hope that they drop points. We still look favourites to become second, obviously, but second really isn't good enough. I was after first when Bayern have played so badly this year. So yeah, there's 3 games left. We need them to lose pretty much all their next 3 matches, Schalke. So for me, the title race is now over, sadly. But yeah, we can now focus on the Champions League. Obviously, it wouldn't be a disastrous season if we won the Champions League. It'd still be a very, very good season. But I would have really liked to have won the league as well. But sadly that's not happened. At least it gives us something to work on going into next season. Otherwise, it would have been the case that if I'd won the Champions League and the League and the German Cup, there would really be no point continuing the series. But now I've kind of not won something. I suppose it gives me an incentive to try and do it next season. So that is probably the case. That is probably what will happen. But like I say, that is everything for this episode now. Apologies about the performances in those last 2 matches that I've played. Shocking stuff, really. Hopefully get back on track against Juventus, against a team I'm more familiar with, and therefore I can plan my tactics really around what sort of side they'll put out. That is everything for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 50 likes on this episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another episode. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.